This video was sponsored by HDpiano. This is 1619 on Broadway in New York, better known as the Brill Building. Now, in the late 1950s and early 60s, this building, along with 1650 Broadway around the corner, was the absolute hub of the pop music industry. In 1962, approximately 165 different music businesses, including publishers and recording companies, were based at the Brill Building. The atmosphere at these buildings must have been electric. Some of the greatest songwriters of the era squeezed into such close quarters, writing songs in direct competition and collaboration with each other. So today, let's take a look at some of the classic songs that came out of these buildings and this era, starting with one of the Brill Building's most famous duos, Gerry Leiber and Mike Stoller. Leiber and Stoller are most well remembered today for writing many songs popularised by Elvis Presley, including Hound Dog, Jailhouse Rock, and Don't.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, you're crying all the time. Spider Murphy played his tenor saxophone, Little Joe was blowing on the slide trombone.
They also penned various classic 50s rock and roll hits such as Yakety Yak and Charlie Brown, both performed by the Coasters.
Yakety Yak,
don't talk back.
just finished cleaning up your room. Charlie Brown, he's a clown.
Love Potion Number 9, first performed by the Clovers.
Love Potion Number 9.
And Kansas City, first performed by Little Richard and later performed by the Beatles.
Hey, 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 baby. Hey, 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 baby.
On top of that, Leiber and Stoller also co-wrote Stand By Me with Benny King.
So darling, darling, stand by me.
Benny King was a member of the vocal group The Drifters, and Gerry Leiber and Mike Stoller actually wrote another song for The Drifters on Broadway, which they co-wrote with another legendary songwriting duo, Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil.
They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway.
Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil were a husband and wife songwriting duo who, also for The Drifters, wrote Saturday Night at the Movies,
Saturday night at the movies. Who cares what picture you see?
Amongst their other famous songs are You've Lost That Loving Feeling by the Walker Brothers,
You lost that love feeling.
We Gotta Get Out of This Place by the Animals,
We gotta get out of this place. If it's the last thing we ever do.
and Make Your Own Kind of Music, most famously performed by Mama Cass.
But you gotta make your own kind of music.
Another classic songwriting duo that were based in the Brill Building was Doc Pomus and Mort Shuman. Jerome Felder, known professionally as Doc Pomus, alongside Mort Shuman, wrote various hits for Elvis Presley, including Surrender, Viva Las Vegas, and his latest Flame.
So, my darling, please surrender. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. And Marie's the name of his latest flame.
Like other Brill Building songwriters, they also wrote songs for the Drifters, including Sweets for My Sweet, Save the Last Dance for Me, and This Magic Moment.
Sweets for my sweets, sugar for my honey, your tasty kiss.
So darling, save the last dance for me. This magic moment, so different.
And they also wrote Can't Get Used to Losing You, made famous by Andy Williams.
Can't get used to losing you no matter what I try to do.
One of the most famous Brill Building songwriting duos was Jerry Goffin and his first wife, Carole King. Goffin and King's first big hit was Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow, performed by the Shirelles.
But will you love me tomorrow?
But they wrote loads of classic songs for many classic artists. Here's just a small selection.
Join my day, you look at me.
Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm
Another Pleasant Valley Sunday.
take good care of my baby.
Chains of love,
of course, unlike many of the other songwriters on this list, Carole King actually went on to become a established singer-songwriter in her own right, and her first hit as a solo artist was penned by her and her then husband, Gerry Goffin, the song It Might As Well Rain Until September, which they originally wrote for Bobby V.
It might as well rain until September.
Later on her classic 1971 album Tapestry, Carole King would perform some of the songs that her and her ex-husband had written for other artists before, including You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, which was originally performed by Aretha Franklin.
Feel like a natural woman.
Feel like a natural woman.
As you may have noticed listening to all of these Brill Building tunes, many of them have similar DNA, similar style to them. There's a Brill Building sound. And a great way to learn what makes that Brill Building sound tick is to learn some of these Brill Building songs. And that's made extra easy right now with HDpiano because they actually have a Brill Building playlist. A whole range of songs that we've looked at in this video available to learn right now. HDpiano is a really straightforward way to start learning songs quickly at the piano. No notation required, all of the tutorials are presented with these falling notes, making it really clear and easy how to play the tune. To begin playing piano today, follow the links down below to check out HDpiano. Another Brill Building songwriter to also have a career as a performer is Neil Sedaka. Now, just like many Brill Building songwriters, Sedaka usually wrote alongside another songwriter, in his case Howard Greenfield, and together they wrote many of Neil Sedaka's own hits, including Oh Carol, Calendar Girl, Happy Birthday Sweet 16 and Breaking Up Is Hard to Do.
Breaking up is hard to do.
Later on, Sedaka and Greenfield wrote Love Will Keep Us Together, which was first recorded by Sedaka himself, and interestingly the backing band on Sedaka's version was the group 10cc.
Look in my heart and let love keep us together.
But this song is probably best known for the Captain and Tennille cover version that was a big hit in 1975.
Look in my heart and let love keep us together.
Other hits written by Sedaka and Greenfield but for other artists include most notably the 1958 track Stupid Cupid by Connie Francis.
Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me.
And another well-known Sedaka and Greenfield hit is the 1971 track Is This the Way to Amarillo, performed by Tony Christie.
Dreaming dreams of Amarillo and sweet Marie who waits.
Another husband and wife songwriting duo based at the Brill Building were Jeff Barry and Ellie Greenwich. Barry and Greenwich wrote various tunes for artists that Phil Spector would produce, including The Crystals, for which they wrote Then He Kissed Me and Dadu Ron Ron.
All the stars were shining bright, and then he kissed me. They do run, 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 they do run, run. Somebody
Barry and Greenwich also wrote Be My Baby by the Ronettes.
be my little baby.
Christmas Baby Please Don't Go by Darlene Love.
Baby, please come home.
They wrote Do Wah Diddy Diddy, made famous by Manfred Mann.
Just a walking down the street singing.
And here's just a quick selection of some of the other really famous songs that they composed.
Going to the chapel of love. That's why I fell for the leader of the pack. Gerry,
And beyond the songwriting partnership with his wife, Jeff Barry also wrote some songs with some other songwriters, including notably Sugar Sugar by the Archies, which he wrote alongside Andy Kim.
Sugar, oh honey, honey.
Yet another iconic songwriting duo who were based in the Brill Building at the same time was Burt Bacharach and Hal David. With Burt Bacharach writing the music and Hal David penning the lyrics, they wrote loads of classic songs. Here's just a small selection of them.
They long to be close to you.
I just don't know what to do with myself. You've got the look of love.
When I say a little prayer for you, forever.
Baby, it's you. Only
dark eye, Alfie.
Anyone who had a heart would take me in his arms, and what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Walk on by, walk on.
Magic moments filled.
When there is always something there to remind me.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's new, pussycat?
This guy's in love with you.
Raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling.
For one more classic Brill Building songwriter, let's look at Otis Blackwell. Otis Blackwell, who sometimes wrote under the pen name John Davenport to sound more white, wrote some classic Elvis Presley songs including All Shook Up, Don't Be Cruel and Return to Sender.
Don't be cruel to who heart is true. Return to sender. Return to sender.
Alongside Jack Hammer, he also wrote Great Balls of Fire for Jerry Lee Lewis.
You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
And alongside Eddie Cooley, he also co-wrote the classic track Fever.
You give me fever when you kiss me, fever.
So that is just some of the amazing songs that came out of this one location in New York, and largely within a small period of time. The Brill Building was really at its height of power from the late 50s up until 1963, when the British invasion began, and it became more common for acts like the Beatles to write their own songs rather than have songwriters writing for groups. But that said, the influence of the Brill Building, its approach to writing songs, had a lasting impact on the industry. We see it in Berry Gordy's Motown, and we still see it today in the way that pop music is created for acts like Katy Perry, Ariana Grande, The Weeknd, or any other modern pop star. If you'd like to learn more about the songwriters hidden behind classic and modern pop songs, then do check out my previous video about that exact topic.